Hello, we are at the Embedded World Conference 2014, Nuremberg, Germany. We're in the Oracle booth, and this is one of two Oracle pods in the booth. This one's the Oracle Internet of Things platform pod. And with us here to tell us what we're showing in this area is Tim Graves. He's a global solutions architect in the IoT and architecture group at Oracle. Hi, Tim.
Hey, James. So what we're going to look at now is some of the things we're showing in our data center pod on the Internet of Things demonstration. Now, the data center is where we gather all of the information that's coming from all of the partners around us on the booth and the events that we're receiving. Now, when you get this kind of data, nowadays it's very valuable information. You want to keep it and retain it for long periods of time, but you also need to be able to process it. And Oracle has a number of products that can help you do that. So what we're going to look at today is a couple of the front-end products that help you visualize your data. But behind these are things like the Oracle Relational Database, the Oracle NoSQL database, that we're actually using to store the data. So let's have a look at a couple of these systems. So, the screen we're looking at the moment is a screen that is the BAM Active Viewer. Now, BAM stands for Business Activity Monitoring. Key feature of this screen is it is getting the data in live event feeds. So as people are playing the Gemalto darts game, we receive events and this display will update. The advantage is very fast real-time updating, although it doesn't have the full in-depth data analysis that some of the other tools do. So let's have a look at the other business analysis tools. First of all, we're going to look at something that is based on the Oracle NoSQL database. So this is Hive. Hive is a relational database system that can be used with Hadoop and therefore the big data environment. This is pulling information out of the Oracle NoSQL database and it's processing that information. When you have huge volumes of information, you need to store it, but you need to store it very efficiently and very fast, and that is the point that the Oracle NoSQL database is particularly well suited to. So Hive is part of the Hadoop distribution, that's part of the Oracle Big Data Appliance. What we're looking at now is the Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition tools. And it is pulling information out of the Oracle Relational Database in this case, and as the Gemalto darts game generates events for us, those are being stored in the Relational Database and we're generating this user interface from us. As you can see, we have a range of options of visualizing the data. We can have is it in a table form or in a graph form. We can even do a radial graph. Now, this is an attempt to try and show the kind of distribution that we would have if we had a dartboard with conventional mechanisms. But we can also view the data based on a time series. So, for example, here we can see the breakdown of people registering to play the darts game, and there was quite a peak of data at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, the business intelligence tools make it very easy to generate this kind of report and to do the data mining. Another example, let's have a look at the TrackPoint dataset. Now, this is monitoring information from a geospatial environment. In this particular case, it's a dataset from a colleague who was running a marathon in Disneyland a few weeks ago that we captured. And although there are many tools on the internet you can see to see this kind of data, the particular benefit of this tool is that we can not just see the track, but we can break it down. For example, how fast he was running, what his heart rate was, and we can produce an analysis based on that information. So a hill in a marathon may generate a particularly high heart rate. That might be an important thing to know if it happens across all of the runners in a marathon. Lastly, we're also showing another type of business intelligence tool, and this is something called BI Mobile App Designer. BI Mobile App Designer is a product that is designed or is intended to create user interfaces to work on tablets. It uses HTML5, and what we're showing at the moment is in fact the entire set of data for the darts game, both here at Embedded World and also from the darts game at Mobile World Congress. Obviously we're seeing all of the darts that have been thrown here, and we can see the breakdown and statistics of the information. Now, for easy demonstration, we're showing this on the laptop, but it works exactly the same on a tablet, so that you can see and visualize a tablet user interface in the same way as we can see this kind of interface. So that's a brief summary of the products and technologies we're having showing in the data center pod at the Oracle Internet of Things demonstration here at Embedded World. Hope that's been of interest. Please contact Oracle for more information.
Thank you, Tim.